how to darken the image so that you can have text over the top that's legible. All right, let's get going. All right, to add the background image, you need to first pick a background image. Okay, so again, if you want a free image for your background, for your particular club that you're building, go to unsplash.com and type in and find something. It's better if it's got a dark background. Well, it doesn't have to be. If you're going to have a light background like this, you're probably going to have dark text on it. I looked for something for me that had a dark background. I think this would be good because the text will be. Okay, so to add your background image, it's best to add it to the assets first. Okay, so I'm going to go to my assets tab here, okay, and you hit the upload it, or do what I do, find it, and image 2 here, I'm going to just drag it. It's going to upload itself up there, really big file. I'll show you how to kind of get these smaller later on. Nice big file, and what we're going to do is we add the background graphic, not as like its own unit. It's not like an image that we push behind everything like in other programs. What we do is this section here, this helpful little section, okay, that we named hero. We're going to say you have a background. We've done background before. Down here, there's a background color of gray. Actually, what I want is, you see it says image and gradient. See this plus here, background. Add an image, which is cool, or gradient, if you want to do that. And where it says image, it says choose image. I'm going to click that. Bumps open the assets panel. I'm going to say this one, please. I'm going to give it a second, and it's going to be massive. Yours might be small, depends on the size. Okay, so to start with, mine's on custom, okay, which means really it's the height width that it is. I downloaded it. The one you probably want is cover. Okay, there's custom, which you can type in any old size. You can say I want 30 pixels by 30 pixels. Okay, you could do that. It's very common though to go to cover. What cover does is actually it stretches the image to fit whatever the size of the section is. So if I decide that I'm going to add 2 p tags, watch this, if I copy this p tag by Command C on a Mac, Control C on a PC, and then paste it, Command or Control V. Can you see that? I'm at extra, but this background goes, I'm bigger, so I'm going to show more. And I paste it again, look at that. It just keeps filling the background. It covers it. I can't see any of this side of the image now, which is a bit of a pain. You might be like, you know, the central part of this design is this lovely river. I want it to be in the middle. And you can do some changes to it. So remember, have your section selected because that's where the background is applied. And over here in background, I'm going to click on my image, okay? And you've got some options. So you can say, can you see position? It's saying, I'm going to start at the top left and spread out. You can say, actually, just go from the middle. So when it does resize, it's going to have the center of the image in the middle. Let's delete this. So now a little bit of the bottom is gone, a little bit of the top, a little bit of the sides, we've got a little bit of the sides. So that's the kind of trade-off. And you'd be like, hey, I want it to be pixel perfect. This image is perfect, it's a product shot, and it needs to work perfectly. Now, the trouble with being like that for web design is the amount of devices that you need to show it on. So responsive design is a term used for showing on, at the moment, desktop. And check out this one here. What does this look like on a tablet? It's a whole different size. The format's different, so the content resizes, readjusts to adapt to that size. So does the image. So if you get it perfect on desktop, it's not going to look perfect on tablet. Okay? You're not going to be able to see every single pixel and get it framed perfectly. Unlike kind of print design where you can be really perfect, you need to be 90% good for web design, unfortunately. So get down here. Look, it only shows a tiny bit of it. Okay, I'll show you how to fix all these different breakpoints as we go along, but it's just something to be careful of when you are designing things, especially background images. Cover's good because it adapts for all these different device sizes. And we're only designing for like a generic desktop. You've seen how many laptops, big screens, little screens are out there. There's just so many that your site needs to be responsive to all. So let's click on our hero section again and look at a couple of other things before we go. Let's go on my image again. So cover constrain is more like it will show the image completely. The rock down the bottom here, it will squeeze it into the space provided. Okay, if I make it on mobile now, it will squeeze in and then tile. I don't use it very much. Okay, if you don't like the tiling, you can turn the tiling off. So constrain, so it's the, it fits everything in the window, and you can say, actually, I want it to not tile. So tile forever, you can tile it left and right, tile it up and down, no tiling. But it's not what I want. I want it to cover. Thank you, cover. All right, the next thing I want to do is darken it. At the moment it's a bit light. You can darken your images with CSS, with these styles. Okay, you could go to Photoshop or Figma or XD or Illustrator, whatever you're using to design, Canva, whatever it is, Microsoft Paint. You can definitely not darken it in Microsoft Paint. But we need to darken it, so there's a little trick you can do. I'll show you. So we've got image on our background. You can actually have more than one thing on the background. So at the moment we've got an image in the background, but let's have another thing. That's why there's a plus. Let's say I want to add another one. What do you want to add? I want to add not an image, because I already got one of those, not a gradient, or a linear gradient, not a radial one, not this one. I want a solid color, please. And that solid color is going to be, click on it. And I'm not sure if this remembers it from last time I did it, or if this is the default. But anyway, I want to pick a dark color. Okay, it might be a tinted. What I'm going to do is drag it right into the corner here. Okay, black. 000 is the CSS color for black. FFF is white, remember? Okay, and what we can do is we can use it on alpha. Okay, at the moment it's 50%. That's the slider. Transparency. Call it alpha. Okay, but we know it as opacity or transparency. Okay, you can decide on how opaque versus how transparent it is. So I'm going to find something where I can read my text. So we want a nice, good contrast between the text and the background. All right, good enough for me. I'm going to click off. And if you're like, that didn't work for me, what might have happened is I'm going to click on my section. Can you see there's actually a layer order here? Your one might be underneath, you want it to be on the top. A bit of transparency, and again, there you go. Well, one last thing I made a note here to show you is I'm using the undo, Command Z. It went straight to the shortcut. Manual one, undo. There you go. Okay, if you do close down webflow and come back to it, those undos are gone. Whatever you can. All right, that is it.